Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the what is the list. Okay, so list is one of the data type in the Python. So what is a list? How we are going to use the list into the Python, and what is the main purpose of list? So we are going to see one by one. Okay, so first list is used to store the multi item in a single variable. So we can store the multiple item in single variable. So maybe that item is integer, float, characters. So all combined, all data types combined value you can store into the list data type. Okay, list into list. Okay, so list is one of the four built-in data types in Python used to store the collection of the data. So other three are the tuples, set, and dictionary. So today we are going to see how to create the list, how to use the list, how to retrieve the value, how to manipulate it. Okay, what are the different methods to access, to edit, to modify the list. Okay, so we are going to see one by one. Okay, so first today we are going to create the list first. Okay, so we're going to create the list, that is name of the variable, and the bracket we're going to give the value like apple. So I should give a double quote also, apple, then banana, then cherry. Okay, so we have created three variables. Okay, so we have one variable and we have multiple item. As this statement say, we're going to store the multiple item in single variable. So this is nothing but the variable. Okay, but we wrap with the bracket. Okay, so we wrap the open and close bracket. So in this, under this bracket, these are the value belongs to the this variable, that is nothing but called the list. Okay, so if you were just print the list, okay, hit it, it will give the value of including list. And if you want to check the type, so I will just try to check the type of this given variable. Okay, so that is a list, and it will say class and what type of variable it's list type of variable. So means the variable we have created, list, is belongs to the list class. Okay, it's list type of variable. So in this way we can create the list, we can print it, and we can check the type also, because sometimes if you get confused, you should check the type of list, what type of data of this variable. Okay, so that is nothing but the list. So it's list items. Okay, so let's consider this list item. Okay, list is nothing but the dynamic array. Okay, see in Python there is no as such array. In in C++, Java, C++, Java, PHP, other languages have array, but in Python there is no concept like array. So list is nothing but the dynamic array. Okay, so you can store the value, you can manipulate the value, you can remove it, you can add it. Okay, you can change the value also, and you can access the value using indexing. Okay, so list item, these are the list item, are ordered, changeable, and allowed to duplicate value. So let's put here what is the list value, what is the list are. Okay, so sometimes people we going to ask, list is changeable. Okay, list item is ordered changeables, changeable, you can change, you can modify the order, and it allow, that's very important, it allow the duplicate value or items. So this one is very important, because this one will going to make the difference between list and tuples, because both are doing same thing, both are going to define the value in different way, but this, the double quoted statement will get or will make the difference. Okay, so that is nothing but the list. Okay, so if you want access the value of list, okay, and the value is having three values, apple, banana, and cherry. So I want to access the banana. How could I access? You can access it, you can access it by using indexing. Sorry, I think just, okay, so here list is ordered changeables, and in double quote allow duplicate values. Okay, that's it. So these are the important parts. It's allowed the duplicate values. If I can put here apple again, okay, twice apple here, so it should not throw any error. It should be display the value. So it means it's going to allow the apple, so it's going to allow the duplicate value, means it is going to, here we see how it's allowing the duplicate value. Okay, so next thing is we're going to access it. Okay, so how to access it? There are way, just we're going to say this is our list, and I'm going to print the second variable, second value of the variable, that is a banana. So how could I put this? Just do the indexing. Okay, so I will just print 1 and print here, it will give the banana value. Why it's giving banana value? Because it is an array, and arrays have indexing. So indexing start from 0. So apple is count 0, banana is 1, at index position banana is 1, cherry is a 2, and again apple is a 3. Okay, so if I want take the cherry, I will just put 2, it will be show cherry. Okay, so in this fashion you can uh, you can you can create the list. Okay, you can check the type, and what the functioning or what is the characters of the list is ordered, changeable, and it's allowed the duplicate value. It's most important. Okay, so next thing is we are going to say it. Okay, next things we are going to say it changeable. How we are going to change? Okay, so it's allowed the duplicate value, we already see it. Okay, changeable, we can change and remove using the different methods. So there are some different methods we can check it. So if you want to check the length of the list, okay, so let's consider check the length of the list. Okay, how could I check? It's print list length function and pass the argument to the length function, list value, and it will show the length. So length means these are the value. So how many value in the list? There are 4 value, and it's going to show the 4 value. So in this way we're going to check the length of list. Okay, so you can, how many data types you can use it? You can create a list using integer, you can use the float, you can use the boolean also. Okay, or you can use the combine, contain all different data types, or you can use the combine also, there is no issue. Okay, so we will create the one list, like it's list 1 equal to, here I will say apple 28 UK, and I will say 22.2. okay, so we have string, we have an integer, again we have string, and we have float. Now we're going to take the one more, is a true, that is a boolean value. Okay, so let's print it. So you can print it, otherwise just give the value of list and hit the button. Okay, it will going to print the values. Okay, so you can create the list of all containing data types: string, float, boolean, integer, all type. Okay, mix up all data types. Okay, so in this way we're going to create the list of data type. Okay, so let's things. It is possible to use the list constructor while creating it. Yes, you can create the list using the constructor. So list is nothing but the constructor. So there is another way to create the list. Okay, this is the one of the list way to create the list, and the list constructor. Okay, so using list constructor you can create the so this is the way, this second way it create. Another way to create the list, okay, using list constructor. So I will say this is the list equal to list, that is constructor we pass, and under that we're going to pass the same value, and it should run without any error. Okay, there is no error, so we just print it, just typing the value, and it's gives the value. Okay, that's it. So one first way you can create in this fashion a list, and another way you're going to create the list using list constructor. Okay, so you have two way. So most of the people are going to prefer this way because it's very sweet and very simple way to create it. Everybody is going to create it. Okay, so Python have collections. Okay, so list is one of the collection in Python. So first of all, there are four different types of collection data types in Python. First is a list. Okay, it is a collection which is ordered and it is changeable and it is allowed the duplicate value. Okay, tuple. Okay, it is a collection, it is order, and it is not a changeable, so you cannot edit the tuples, and it's allowed the duplicate member. Third one is a set. It is a collection which unordered and unindexing, so set don't have order and don't have indexing, and it's no duplicate member. So set don't have any duplicate, it does not allow any duplicate value, and he don't have any order, and he don't have any indexing. Or orders means where we creating the list. Okay, so if you put the first apple, then it should print the first apple, then it put it, if you after that after apple if you put 20, then it should be print the 20. So this is nothing but the order. Okay, where we create the, or where we ordering the value into the list, that in that fashion the application, or in that fashion the interpreter should the print value. That is nothing but the order. And dictionary is a collection of which ordered and changeable but don't allow the duplicate value. So there are two factors. Set is that set does not allow the duplicate value. Dictionary also does not allow the duplicate value. Set does not follow order and the indexing, unindexing. Dictionary allow the order and it is changeable. Okay, so once we're going to see one by one first. Okay, so next is how to access. So using accessing item we have already seen here. So in this fashion you can access the variable. Okay, so let's consider the negative indexing. Okay, let's consider the negative indexing. Negative indexing. If I give the negative indexing, so then what going to happen with list and how it's responding to us. Okay, so let's consider this one. Okay, so we already have created list here, list 1, and I just want to give list 1 minus 1. What will be going to, it is going to give the true, it is going to give the true value, because plus 1 is given the second value. Okay, because if I just copy here and we create the indexing here for our understanding, 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we have 5 value. Okay, so if I do the positive from the plus 1, it is going to this one, and if I give the minus 1, it start from the reversing order. Okay, from bottom to up. Okay, in normal way, in ordering way, from top to bottom, and in minus indexing it is going to bottom to up. If less I give the minus 1, it is going to print the true, because it is a true first. I just commenting this. Okay, okay, so minus 2 means 4, it's going to give reversing order. If less I put it 3, it should give me the 20 or UK. What, I think it's gets stuck. Oh my god, shit. create here and just enter. It's give the UK, that is 0 1 2 3. Okay, minus 3. Okay, let's one try. You say there is a minus. Okay, minus 0, then what happen? The system. Okay, it's going to apple, because apple is a minus 0 minus, it is last thing of the apple. So in this way you go to the negative indexing and you can work on that. Okay, so let's think next thing is a range of indexing. Okay, so we saw negative indexing, but now we're going to say a range of indexing. Okay, so in range of indexing I want to print the value from second value to fourth value, so that's nothing but the range of indexing, from where to where, from where to where. So let's consider I want to start from second variable value to fourth one. Okay, so I want to value of 2 to 4th, from 2 to 4th. Okay, so 2 0 1 to UK and 4th, this is third one, not a fourth one. So from 2 to 4th, so it will calculate them from 2 and 3, not a 4. So in this way you're going to do the indexing also. Let's consider I will give here let's consider 0 and the 4. It will completely from 0 to 4 means it will going to complete it will going to print the complete list. Okay, so in this way you're going to the range of indexing. You can use the range of indexing. Okay, if I don't give 0 value here, still it going to consider there is a 0 or there is nothing value, means from the beginning you can print the value. Okay, so that's the way we're going to access the our print using indexing. Negative indexing also same thing, you can check it. Okay, so if you want to check the value, okay, in list, so in a data type we have checked the member operator. Okay, sorry, we're going to we have checked the member operator in operators video. Okay, so if I want to check is a particular value is present or not into the list, so how could I check it? Okay, check the value if exist. Check the value if items exist. Okay, so let's consider list already we have created. So if I want to check the statement, if apple in list 1, okay, we are going to see the apple value is present in this list 1 variable. If it is present, then print yes, it is a item of list 1 where. Okay, so that was the message we are given. So let's check it. Print yes, the apple is a member or apple is present into given list, that is a list 1. Okay, so this way we're going to check it. So I want to check the 20 value, list 20. Okay, so 20 is a integer, not a string. Yeah, 20 is a present also. If I want to print UK, yeah, is UK is a part of this list, and I want to check the float value also 20.2. yeah, it is a part of list. So in this way we have to check it. So given item is present or not into the list. Okay, so list I want to change the list item. Okay, so we going to changeable, or we going to say modify the list. Okay, that you get. So if I want to change the list or I'm going to modify the list, so using the following way we're going to change the item value. Change or modify. Okay, so how do we do that? We're going to check it. So let's consider already I have list one value, okay, which is defined. Now I want to replace the value of 20 with city name is equal to Pune, or country name like USA. Okay, so any, so list one, I want to change the value of 20. So what is the indexing position of 20 is 1. Okay, and give the value. What value we want to change? I want to replace 20 with USA. That's it. Value get replaced. We want to just print it. So 20 get replaced with the USA. So in this way, we are going to change the, or we are going to modify the value, or we are going to replace the existing value of the list. So you can modify the list. Okay. So using the indexing value. So that is the simple way. Okay, so the way we are going to access the value, in that similar fashion we are going to change the value, but just the bracket are going to change. Okay, the bracket position are going to change. Now I want to change the value in given range position. Okay, so let's consider I have just changed the single value of index 1, which is 20, but I want to change the value from Apple to UK. So now I want to change the three value from 0 to 2. So this is the nothing but the range. The Apple index is a 0, US index is 1, and UK index is 2. So we have range here from 0 to 2. So I want to change the value 0 to 2. So that is nothing but the change the range of value item in the same way. So I will say list 1 from where to where, from 0 to 2. Okay, and I will give the value. So I will give a list here. So I will say, so instead of orange apple, I will say kiwi. Second thing, instead of USA, I will say India. Okay, so instead of UK, I will say what country is I will say anything like Germany. Okay, so I want to replace the first three value. Just print it, hit the button, this one. Okay, so Kiwi, India, Germany. Okay, so this way we're going to change the value and print the value. So instead of UK, it's going to get print double. So my apologies here. 2 means 1 2 0 1 2. So it is not going to replace the UK value. Before UK, he is going to replace the 2 value. So that is means nothing but we just only pass the 2 value. You should not pass the Germany. We just pass the 2 value, then it's going to replace it. Okay, so Kiwi, India, Germany is already added. That's why it's not going to remove. So this way we're going to change the value into range. Okay, so for that we're going to create the another one example, list 2 in. Okay, so I'll say apple. Second thing is banana. Third one is cherry. Third one is orange. Fourth one is the kiwi, and the fifth one is the mango. So this one have list, so I just print the list here. So list of value is going to print. If you want, you can change the length also. Check the length also, length list 2. Okay, so it is 6 value or 6 item we have in this list. So I have to change the value of 1 to 3. Okay, so that means I need to give a 2 value. 3 means before 3, so before 3 value. So if I change the 2 value, I should stop it to 3. So that is a dead mark or deadlines, or we not say deadline, it is a stop. So I will use the 0 to 3. So here, how could I do that? I just simply list 2 from 0 to 3, 0 to 2. Here I will give a 2 item name. I will give a 2 item name, watermelon, and Peru, and print the list. Okay, so the things are going to change. Okay, so this is the way we want to change the value. So that's the way where we can change the value or we can update the list in using the range. So next is that if I want to insert the item, okay, so already we have changed the item, but I want to insert the item. Okay, so let's consider there is a list, and into that list I want to insert some item. Okay, but don't replace anything. Okay, so let's consider now I have a list to list, and it is as a 4 variable: watermelon, peru, kiwi, mango. But I want to add insert the orange into in between. Okay, so for given specific position, so just here the list 2 dot insert. So with position I want to put into number 2 position, and the value is orange, and the print it. Okay, so the orange get put into the or get inserted into second index position. Okay, so 0, 1 and second. So we have given the here is a second index, so it is going to insert into that index. So this way you going to index it, or you going to insert it. Okay, so let's consider I want to append. So whenever you want to append, it's going to append at the end. Okay, so here in list, okay, so here we are going to list mango is there. After the mango there is nothing. Okay, if I want to append a value any, okay, if I want to append a value, so it will go after the orange item. It will be stored after the orange item. So I will just insert the value or insert the item in list. Okay, let's do things to appending it. Okay, so list 2 dot append, and they give the value which you want to append. So I want to append the cherry, and after that we're going to print the list. So we're going to make sure it is going to print. So after mango, cherry get added, means whenever you appending any value, it get added at the last. Okay, at the bottom of index. So this is the bottom of index. Just add some code here. Append the value in the list. Okay, so that's why we're going to add the append. So now we're going to check the one by one list and list related things. Okay, so we have inserted already here. So if I want to extend, okay, so extend is nothing but the append element from another list to the current list. So let's consider we have two lists, list 1 and list 2. but I want to append it from list 1 to list 2. So just make it mark down, extend the list. So append the elements from another list into current list. Okay, we have two list 1 is having data, and we have another list 2, it's having also data, and both data is not same. Some items are same, but all lists are not completely same, they have different items. So I want to extend it. I want to add the list 1 into list 2. So extend in list 2. I just print the list 2. So here we get the add the value of list 1 into the list 2, and that is get bigger. Okay, so in this way we're going to add the list 1 into list 2. So we have we take two list 1 have QB India, Germany UK 20.2 true, and list 2 is a watermelon, Peru, orange, kiwi, mango and cherry. So I have extended list 1 into list 2, means I have just put the all list 1 value into the list 2. That means list 1 is not get vanished, list 1 will be as it is with the item. Okay, we just copy all the list 1 value into the list 2. That is nothing but the extended. Okay, so good. The next is the remove item from the list. Okay, so now here list 1 we have 2 times Germany. I want to remove it. So for that we're going to add that code here. Remove the items or item from given list. Okay, so already we saw here we have list 1 which having seven items, and 2 items are Germany are get duplicate here. So I want to just remove it. So list 1 dot remove and give the value of that Germany. Okay, so just print it list 1, and here is Germany get remove because Germany have 2 times here, so it will get remove it. So while remove the value or remove the item from the list, it does not care the indexing, it will clear the value only. So he get the list 1, the interpreter get the Germany twice in the list, that's why it's going to remove 2 same value from the list. That is nothing but the removing the values, and here we updated list, you are going to see it on your screen. Okay, if I want to remove the value from specific index, from the specific positions. Okay, so now here we just remove the value from list using value base. Okay, so this is nothing but the value or item base, say, because I just passed the item Germany and it will found how many times Germany in this list, 2 times. Just remove the 2 times Germany from the list. But now if I want to remove the list or remove the item value of the list based on indexing, let's I want to just remove the true value or true item from the list. So how could I do that? Using the pop function. Remove the specific from specific index or specify index value. Okay, so we're going to say that list 1 dot pop. So what is the value of 4? 0 1 2 3 4. So I will just go to 4. hit enter, it is a true, and now I'm going to print it. So must be true is should not in list, and here's true. The true has a remove. Okay, he just remove the value and just popped out here. Okay, so in remove case, he just remove the value, doesn't show it. Okay, so just for the information, we already remove the value, and this current list there is no value like Germany, and if I press it, what error he will show us, we're going to say that he say list value uh, list dot remove x. Okay, so x is nothing but the Germany, x is not in the given list, correct, because Germany, the value which is not present in the given list. So that's way, and this way we're going to run it. Okay, so let's for do same thing for pop-up, because it is based on indexing, and the fourth index is not presenting in our list, because if you delete one, index get reduced automatically. So just print it, it will say pop index out of range, because we have a 4 value, but the range value is the 3, so 0 1 2 3. So now we have 4 value, but range is also indexing also 3 value. Indexing is different from the actual value. So this way we will remove the from the value base or item base, do the remove from the item base and the indexing base. If you do the pop-up, you can just pop function, it will going to delete whole complete list. For delete or remove complete list, just list one dot pop, and here the last one is automatically uh, take the last value, means while removing the specific value by based on indexing or using pop indexing pop function, it will remove value from the last from reverse order. Okay, so next thing is going to see the how to delete the list. Okay, remove the delete also going to give the specific value. So based on delete, you can remove the specific value. To use this one, we need to apply indexing. I will give the indexing 0. Delete function. Oh, sorry, it is not a function. Okay, okay. So this way we're going to call it, and we will just print the list one. Make sure it's get deleted. Okay, it's get deleted. So now it's India and UK are available in given list. So this way you're going to use the and delete can also delete the using delete keyword. You can delete complete list also. If I want to delete complete list, I can do it also. So del delete keyword and give the list your name st. Okay, so it is going to, if I print list one, it will say there is no name, list is not defined, means list one get completely deleted. So that's why we're going to use it. Yeah, next thing is clear the list. Okay, we'll take the last point and we'll continue in the next for video also, because things are going video will get bigger, it will make you bored. So clear the list, clear the list. Okay, first I will going to create the list one which already deleted, and here we can just pass the value. Okay, here just pass the value, or just copy paste the value here, and here is the list one. And how does it work first? Okay, so there are 4 values we have, so I just want to clear it. Okay, I don't want delete the list, I just clear the value or item from the list. So I just use that list one dot clear function and just get clear. We'll just make sure it's cleared or not, and list is clear, so it is nothing but the only empty list. So in this way we're going to do the you can create the list, you can append it, you can insert the data, you can delete the data. Okay, you can edit, you can change the value also. Okay, you can extend the list, you can append the value, you can pop up the value. Okay, to pop out means we're going to remove the value from the reverse order from the end. Okay, so in this way we're going to do the list. Now in next video we're going to see the uh, we're going to see it how to loop the list. Okay, so if I want to run the value, if I want to value one by one, okay, like watermelon, lemon, peru, kiwi, mango. So how to use the loop to iterate the list and how to take the value from the list. So you're going to see it in next lecture. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and do commenting for your for my improvements. If any suggestion, your suggestion is always welcome. Thank you very much.